Hey there, this is Joker. Welcome back to another video. Today in this video, I'm here to discuss my final thoughts on 2022's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Just like I did with the Modern Warfare 3 beta, I have got some notes to make it easier for me to explain and talk about what's in the game. So to start things off, campaign. Now, it's not the greatest campaign of all time. It's not perfect, but I will say that my playthrough of the campaign, both on regular and veteran, I enjoyed the campaign. Now, on veteran, of course, it was a bit more rage-inducing, as you probably would have known if you saw my veteran playthrough. But yes, I've played through the campaign multiple times. I played it once on the PC when I pre-ordered the game early because I wanted to jump straight into the campaign, and then I played it again on veteran because I was like, well, I've already played it on regular, so I might as well give myself a challenge, make the videos a little bit more interesting, and then tally up my deaths throughout each video. Anyways, so the characters that we have, returning ones once again from COD Modern Warfare 2019. So you've got Gaz, you've got Captain Price, you've got Laswell. Unfortunately, Alex is nowhere to be seen in this game. There's a story reason behind that. I won't go into details about that until later on. You got characters like Farah, and then we have quote-unquote newcomers in Modern Warfare 2. They were operators in the multiplayer of Modern Warfare 2019, and they're here in the main story. Of course, you got Soap and Ghost. You've got the whole TF141 back together again, and it's great seeing these characters again. I especially loved the, I guess you could say, the bromance between Ghost and Soap. That was really well done. They were honestly my favorite part of Modern Warfare 2. And of course, you have General Shepard once again. At first, it's really shown that he's not really a bad guy, but those who have played the original Modern Warfare 2, they know what's coming. But also, we have newcomer Philip Graves, who leads Shadow Company, and again, great character. He's honestly a fantastic character, and, you know, spoiler alert, you wish he wasn't a bad guy, but unfortunately he is. And of course, you've also got Alejandro Vargas and Rodolfo Parra, and those two, also great additions. Alejandro, again, just loved his, his character. He was just, honestly, a fun character in the story. And then of course you got the villains, extra villains. You got Valeria, aka El Cid Nombre, and Hassan Zyani, which is the part where it's like, okay, this is where the characters and the story for the game start to wane. So speaking of the story, let's get into that. So, at the start of the story, a couple months before the main events of Modern Warfare 2, the US is assigned a mission to eliminate a general by the name of General Cabrani. The assassination is successful, Cabrani is dead. His second in command, Hassan Zyani, wants to get revenge on the US.
Hassan Piker! I'm coming to kill you!
And Hassan is honestly so bloody generic. But I'll go further into detail about that just in a little bit. Anyways, so Hassan has got his hands on missiles, and surprise, surprise, they are American. I wonder where that's going to build up to. So, of course, they're going around the world, they're looking for Hassan, but they're also looking for the missiles, and unfortunately, this is where the story mainly focuses on. It only focuses on, oh, where are the missiles? Are they here? Are they here? And there are some plot points in the story that I'm like, huh? Why did that happen? Say, for example, in one of the missions, I forgot the name of the mission. I think it was called Death from Above, but I can't remember. You're in the AC-130, you're raining down hellfire. It is a load of fun, a fantastic mission. You capture Hassan at the end of the mission, and then you interrogate him about, like, where'd you get the missiles from? General Shepard, I don't care where you got the missiles from, I want to know where they're going, and all that kind of stuff. And then he's like, oh, I want this bastard dead. And Laswell just speaks up and says, oh, if we kill him, it's illegal. If we keep him captured, that's an act of war. And it's like, so you mean to tell me that us blowing up half the city of Mexico, or half the countryside of Mexico, by capturing this guy, it's illegal to keep him or kill him? that made no sense to me, and him going on honestly, his voice and his face, honestly, even though he was super generic, pissed me off when I saw his face and whatnot. Also, his thing being like, I've broken no laws. Okay, how about illegally crossing the Mexican border from the US? How about arson? How about terrorist threats? How about illegal armaments? Yeah, there's a few things that you could say that, oh, I've broken no laws. Bullshit, Hassan. So yeah, that's one of the main plot points in the story that I'm like, okay, this is kind of stupid. But further on as we go on, you know, you locate the missiles, you destroy the missiles one by one, and then Shadow Company takes over one of Alejandro's bases. No real explanation on why it happens. Apparently General Shepard's the one's like, oh yeah, take that base over, because General Shepard knows what Graves is doing, because for some reason he's the one that ordered him to do that. And of course, Shadow Company betrays you. General Shepard betrays you. Surprise, surprise, General Shepard would do such a thing. Anyways, further on, you go down to kill Graves. It's successful. You kill Graves. He's in a tank. You blow up the tank. Graves is dead. In quotations. We'll go on about that a little later on. Anyways, Valeria gives you information about where the final missile is. It's in Chicago. So you and the Task Force 141, along with the Marines, go into a giant tower in Chicago to suppress and clear out this missile threat. And again, these missions, pretty good and whatnot. Anyways, so as Soap, you are scaling down the building, clear enemies out one by one. You locate Hassan. You try looking for Hassan in different rooms. He's never there. You finally find him in this last room. He's set a trap on the door. Captain Price gets injured, so as Soap, you're the only one to pursue him. You pursue down Hassan. You take the bomb, or the what would you call the I don't know, the missile controls. You take the missile controls, and you have to detonate the missile before it hits its target, that being the Pentagon. Soap is successful with this task. He has to clear out a few more enemies. Hassan shoots him. Soap gets injured. Hassan's ready to throw Soap out of the building. Ghost pulls out a sniper rifle, shoots Hassan in the head. And that's basically where the campaign ends. Everyone goes out, celebrate by having some beers, whatnot. And Laswell's like, we got a bigger threat to worry about. This person's new. Price is like, oh nah, this fellow's not new. Hands the photo around to everyone. And then Laswell asks, who is he? And the bombshell drops, it's Makarov. It's about damn time. Anyways, after that scene, there is a post-credit scene where a attack is being planned out on a jet. And it ends with Makarov sending a text to one of his assailants saying, are you ready? He says he's ready. Makarov responds with, remember, no Russian. Of course, a callback to the original Modern Warfare 2. And that basically builds up to what happens into Modern Warfare 3, which I'll go on about in a little bit later on. I'm not going to go into like heavy spoiler territory about Modern Warfare 3, by the way. If you want to know about Modern Warfare 3, stay tuned for my Modern Warfare 3 playthrough later this week. Anyways, so that is how the story concluded. Now, some people weren't particularly satisfied with the ending, but unlike certain other Call of Duty titles, it still felt like a conclusion to the story. And I appreciated that, especially after you kill Hassan, you know, you completed your mission. Your mission was complete in Modern Warfare 2. So, I think the ending, you know, not great, but it still was like a proper ending, like it all properly concluded. Now that that's out of the way, let's go on about the missions in Modern Warfare 2. So you got your standard boots on the ground, you know, following, you know, your superiors, you know, linear levels and whatnot, shooting baddies. And then they change it up a bit with the AC-130 missions and the stealth missions in particular. I like the stealth missions in this game, but if you play them on Veteran, good fucking luck trying to hide from the enemy. For some reason, even if you're still hidden from the enemy, they somehow can spot you, and it's honestly quite bullshit. And it led to me having to play one of the missions in particular, Recon by Fire, on regular difficulty because the AI was just a huge amount of bullcrap. One of my favorite missions in the game is a mission called Violence and Timing. First, you're in a helicopter, you're giving out, well, your aerial support, you are shooting out the enemies in the trucks and whatnot, you get hit by an RPG, Gaz falls out of the helicopter, he's hung by a rope, he's, flinged upside down, because he's still attached to the helicopter. It honestly gave me Uncharted vibes and whatnot. And then you free yourself, you hijack a vehicle, you got to get to the front of the convoy. Some people said it dragged on a bit too much. I disagree. I honestly had a great time with that mission. It's one of my favorites in the game. Then of course there's the mission Operation Darkwater, where you are infiltrating an oil rig to find one of the missiles. The missile is not the rig, so you have to get to a ship that's further out. And the gameplay gimmick of that one is that the shipping containers on the ship were moving around. If you weren't too careful, you would actually get crushed by the shipping containers. So, of course, it also followed up to another memorable mission, Alone, where after Shadow Company betrays you, you are playing a soap, he's injured, and you have to be cautious not to be spotted by Shadow Company, otherwise they'll kill you on sight. And so Ghost teaches Soap about the guerrilla warfare, and so you have to find materials like metal, tape, wax and whatnot to, craft some materials to keep you, alive. Like, you also procure weapons. I don't understand this for these missions. Even though you're picking up these weapons from these dead bodies, why can't you pick up the ammo from them? For some reason, like, the guns have 4 bullets. It's like, oh, this has got to be intense. Like, you can't have too much ammo, otherwise you're just gonna breeze straight through it. So that was the part where it's like, I don't get it. These guys are, highly armed and whatnot, but you somehow don't have much ammo at all. Okay, then. And of course, the boss fight grades the tank. Gotta set C4 charges on the tank, blow it up. That's a pretty cool mission too. So the mission layouts were pretty varied. I enjoyed the mission design in these games, in this game. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, graphics, they're phenomenal in Modern Warfare. Well, I should say, they were phenomenal in Modern Warfare 2019, especially since it was running on last-gen hardware, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. It looks incredible on those systems. And of course, Modern Warfare 2 is using the exact same engine as Modern Warfare 2019, and I have no complaints about it. I think the game looks incredible. There were some points where it looked like there were low-res textures, but that's probably because I had the on-demand texture streaming turned off, because I didn't want to waste 20 gigabytes of space on the PlayStation 5 with, that all just being, oh, these are just higher res textures. But again, the graphics are incredible. The weapons, they look amazing. The character models, fantastic. The environments, fantastic. The sound design in the campaign, also fantastic. Just loved it all. And of course, gotta also mention the cutscenes in the game, done by Blur Studios. Mwah! They are really, really good. When it comes to CGI animation, making look a bit photorealistic, Blur is the king of those cutscenes, of cinematics like that. It's just, their work is incredible. Now I also gotta, before I conclude my discussion about the campaign and give my final rating, there is one rant I gotta talk about in the campaign, and that's the introduction of these armored enemies. And so basically what it works is that, they're tougher to kill. They take more hits, take more shots before they go down. Unless you shoot them in the head a couple times where their helmet breaks, you headshot them, done. These enemies were really stupid. I know they added them into, I guess, say, mix up the gameplay, but I just think it's stupid, and it's just like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to deal with enemies like this in the Warzone mode. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But yeah, I don't like the armored enemies in Modern Warfare 2, and I really didn't want to see them again, but unfortunately in the next title, which I will talk about later, they still show up. The AI in the game, most of the time it was kind of smart, but then there were some scenarios like in Capture or Kill where as you're sniping a soap, the AI are just standing there on the balcony looking at each other, not shooting at you, and I don't know why that happens, it just does. But other than that, I'd say the AI in the game is, you know, pretty good, except for the spotting of veterans. That's stupid. Overall, my rating for the campaign is an 8 out of 10. It's not a perfect campaign, far from it, but the characters hold it up. Especially Ghost and Soap. And I forgot to mention in the mission alone, you know, the banter between Ghost and Soap is just, it's funny, it's good. I love these two characters in the new reboot series. Well, that's my take on the campaign. Up next, multiplayer. So, unlike other people, I actually quite liked the multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2. Of course, I'll just quickly get this out of the way. The movement, it was, you know, it was a bit slower, a bit clunkier than other titles, but I prefer the more slower approach when it comes to multiplayer, especially with Call of Duty, because, you know, it gives you more strategy than just, you know, running around like a headless chicken. But yeah, not many people really agree with that, which is quite surprising because almost everyone I saw online was praising Modern Warfare 2, saying, oh, this game is so phenomenal, this game is incredible. Probably just the YouTubers I watch, but a lot of people were praising Modern Warfare 2 on just about every portion of it, except for maybe IGN. Anyways, so yeah, that's the movement about the multiplayer. The maps. They weren't great in this game. I don't really have any fond memories for certain maps, especially the border crossing map, the introduction of the lighthouse map, the introduction of, well, the, what other maps? The hatchery, I forgot what this one is called, but it's like an MVG map, black something or other. You know, people didn't like that map. Yeah, just some of the maps they added, they were not great to the 66. Some were fine, like El Asilo, Masado Las Almas, Farm 18, Greenberg Hotel, they were fine. But most of the maps this year weren't great, and some that were returning maps did not play well at all. I think they brought back Strike from COD 4, and in 6v6 it plays really slow. It doesn't feel great to play on that map. If you're playing party modes like Gun Game, Infected, you'll enjoy it a lot more, but playing standard 6v6, it doesn't feel great to play on. But yeah, that's what I thought about the maps. The Lighthouse map in particular they added, I hate that map, it's terrible. I mean, they wanted to add some elevation to it. They literally got the house from a state in the middle of the map, so I guess that you could say they used the reuse of asset. But that map, I'm just not the biggest fan of it. And just the maps in general, Modern Warfare 2, they weren't great. The only, say, good maps were the returning ones like Shoot House, Shipment. Also, I got tired of Shipment constantly. I know it was great for grinding your weapons, leveling them up, getting your camos done, but there is just a point when you play Shipment so much that you just stop and like, I'm done with this. So that's my thoughts on the maps. It was 50-50. Some were good, some were bad. What's next? Weapons. We got 52 weapons at launch, which is insane. That's definitely a lot better compared to another military shooter that had, you know, larger scale maps and had a higher player count. Battlefield. The weapons they had, you know, you had a huge amount of assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns, sniper rifles, marksman rifles, battle rifles. Just a great selection of weapons. The weapon leveling system in the game honestly wasn't that great because you had to use other weapons in order to level up some of your weapons to get particular attachments. That's unfortunately in Modern Warfare 3 as well, so we got another year of that. The other thing I got to rant on about, I'm sick of seeing this, but weapon names in particular. I am not calling an AK-47 a Kastov 7.62. look, I understand that it costs money to own the rights or to, you know, use the names for these weapons. The only weapons that I saw that had the proper names was the M4 and the M16. Everything else, nope. I'm not calling an MP5 allotment sub. I'm not calling a Desert Eagle a 50GS. I'm not calling the Glock an X12 or an X13. I am not calling the Hemlock. I'm not sorry, got that wrong. I'm not calling, at least I thought it was an ACR, the Hemlock. It's just not happening. I want to refer to these guns by their actual names. Like, come on, just chalk up the extra bit of cash, get the actual weapon names in your games. Come on. Even like you know, lower budget titles are putting the actual weapon names in their games. As an example, Insurgency's using the actual weapon names. I don't know if it has like that much, well, probably doesn't have much of a higher budget than Call of Duty. Call of Duty's making billions every year, and they just can't seem to chalk up the extra dollars just to get the actual names of the weapons. Like, come on. Alright, rant over about that. Next up, operators. There was no returning ones from Modern Warfare 2019, which was a bit disappointing until later in the season, like Ronin, Mace. Rose was probably the only operator I saw that was returning, and she wasn't in her stupid shit, blacked out suit that everyone exploited in Warzone. Everyone else was quite new. You got characters like Gus, Nova, gosh, I don't really remember all the names. Bender. I'm not going to go through all the names of operators. Of course, you had operators like Price, Soap, Ghost, Gaz, Alex, Farah, and the Spectre side. It's kind of stupid that at the start of the year you could not play as Price, Soap, or Ghost or Farah unless you spent extra money on the Vault Edition, but you know, they later added skins for the characters, you know, bundles, and the Battle Pass. We'll go later on about that. Next up is the modes. I'm skipping over the movement because I already discussed it. The modes, we had pretty good, you know, variety of modes at launch. Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirm, Free For All, Search and Destroy, Hostage Rescue, I forgot the name of the others. Knockdown, Domination, Hardpoint, not Control, it was something different. Or was it Control? Probably was actually Control. Headquarters, that's what it was. It was Headquarters. We had a good variety of modes to play around. Unfortunately, I just played like the usual Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirm, Hardpoint, Domination. That was my go-to mode when playing the multiplayer. I would play some, you know, special party modes sometimes, like Gun Game, and Infected, or you know, unique modes like Havoc. Havoc was an interesting concept. It was Team Deathmatch, but that had these like random modifiers that would happen in the match, like for example low gravity, or if you or like one shot to the head will confirm a kill, that kind of stuff. They also added a new mode to the game called Tier 1, and it was basically, it was just realism from Modern Warfare 2019. You know, you have no hard one-shot headshots. That's what it was, and people didn't like that mode because it wasn't hardcore, which I'm still also questioning. Why wasn't there hardcore at launch? That's like a really weird feature that was missing at launch. But yes, that's what I got to say about the modes. Up next, the Battle Pass system. So they changed up the Battle Pass system. It's not a singular bar where it's like you level up, here's this cosmetic you got. They changed it up where you earn tokens as you play the game, and you can spend those tokens on whatever path you've unlocked on your Battle Pass. You have to unlock certain routes to unlock even more routes to lead up to the final space on the Battle Pass map to unlock everything in the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass tokens in particular, I hated collecting them when there wasn't double XP going on, because the progression is so goddamn slow. I don't like Battle Pass systems where it's slow. I never thought I'd give praise for this, but Fortnite's Battle Pass system is actually really quick. Especially when you play separate modes, like the, what would you call it, creative modes? Or is it playground modes in Fortnite, where you play, you know, use the created content as well. You earn XP from those as well. and you also earn Battle Pass XP by completing challenges. So for the next Battle Pass system, which I know they're not going to do, I would love it if, along with playing the game, playing, completing matches and whatnot, you earn XP towards a Battle Pass token. If they also added challenges, daily, weekly, season seasonal challenges, that you also earn Battle Pass XP for that as well. I think that'll be a good system. Like I said, games like Fortnite use that. Battlefield 2042 uses that system. Again, Battlefield 2042 isn't like, oh, select your route, so it's a singular bar, get all these tokens, hey, you've killed up. Or Halo, for example, Halo Infinite in particular, with its challenges, you can claim any item on that Battle Pass in that page. The other thing too that I also want to see about these Battle Pass systems is to be no time limit whatsoever. Since saying that Halo Infinite has no time limit on the Battle Passes, and you can repurchase old Battle Passes if you didn't have them before, and level those up in the newer seasons, I think that's a great system, and I think Call of Duty should follow into that system. The other thing too, to rant about this, is the user interface with the Battle Pass. There was no timer to tell you how many days were left until the Battle Pass was finished or when the new season started. I say that, but it was actually certain times that you would see your timer for the Battle Pass. But most of the time, you don't see a timer of how much days you have left. So you don't know, it's like, should I rush this through to get this done, or do I not have to worry? And that's just, honestly, I'd say it's a fault of the UI designers, because the UI in this game is god-awful as well, and unfortunately we're going to have to bloody deal with that for another whole year with Modern Warfare 3. But yes, I would also like to see a timer for the Battle Pass. How much time do we have left before the next Battle Pass begins, or the next season begins? I don't understand why the UI doesn't have that feature available, but like I said, it was like sometimes you saw a timer with the extra menus had to open up. I remember one time opening the extra menu and it said, oh, you have this amount of days left until the Battle Pass is over. But now it's being covered up by the stupid events like the Haunting event, or right now it's like, pre-order to play the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. Just telling you this right now, don't pre-order Modern Warfare 3 just to play the campaign. It is not worth it. What's next? The store. Oh god. Okay, so the store at first, it was kind of chill, kind of basic. There was some kind of wacky cosmetics, but it was still, not too over the top. You had your trace rounds, whatnot, and, additional operators. But then as the seasons went by, this is where I'm like, why does this exist? First things first, when they introduced the new mode DMZ, we'll talk about that a little bit later on, but I'll quickly go on about this. They added bundles that gave you bonuses in DMZ. So basically those bundles in Modern Warfare 2 were pay to win, in particular for DMZ. For example, in lower weapon cooldowns, or you will spawn in with a self-revive kit, or you will spawn in with UAV, or yeah, that was a stupid system. And of course they still used it, and of course, no surprise, surprise, some people still bought it. Unfortunately, I was one of those people. I bought one of those DMZ bundles, but it was because they were selling Classic Ghost again, and I just, when I see Classic Ghost from the original Modern Warfare 2, I just can't resist. But then, as we go further on into the seasons, we got bundles that I wish never existed, and I'm sure people will say that, a dumb hot take, but fucking Nicki Minaj, why is she in Call of Duty? And the other thing too, with the carry forward system, which is a great system, that's a great addition that they're going to add to Modern Warfare 3. That means people are going to run around in this fucking glistening, pink suit, long hair with their big ass and the tits out, Nicki Minaj. I just, Call of Duty's a military shooter. Why the fuck does that exist? There are some also bundles that I saw and it's just like, why didn't they do this? Take for example, the Doom bundle. They gave you the Super Shotgun, and it was animated like the Super Shotgun from the original Doom game, which is a really cool addition, but why couldn't they go the step further and add a Doom guy skin? I had the Doom loading screen as well, so why couldn't they have just gotten the Doom guy from like Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, heck, even the classic Doom skin? Anyways, enough of that. They also had operators like Snoop Dogg, which I guess kind of makes sense since you had a bundle in Vanguard. And then they also added 21 Savage, which was like, okay. And then they also added collaboration skins like Diablo 4. And it's just like, well, you know, I'm not going to talk much about Diablo 4. I haven't even played it, but I know that it's in hot water at the moment. And then there's also some collaboration was like, that's pretty cool. You know, it was for the Halloween event, like Ash from Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Or Skeletor. That one's obviously kind of funny. Anyways, I'll stop talking about the store. This is really out of order, but the gunsmith system in Modern Warfare 2 is, once again, it's brilliant. It's a great system. We're not gonna see it go away anytime soon. It just works really well. With, you know, your added attachments, whatnot. 5 attachments on each gun instead of the stupid 10 that was on Vanguard. That was, you know, when they said, let's put 10 attachments on your gun. That's just like, well, you're out of ideas. But why would you put attachments on those guns in Vanguard? But along with the gunsmith, they also introduced something called weapon tuning, where you could precisely tune certain attachments. So if you wanted to, like, I don't know, take for example, you know, you have a choice between sprint to fire speed or ADS speed, you could tune that to your liking and whatnot. The other thing too I also liked about this game is that there was actually a firing range, so you could actually test out your attachments. Unfortunately, it wasn't as good as the firing ranges in like Cold War 2 or the Modern Warfare Remastered, Cold War Remastered. So I think for the firing range they need to improve that a bit. What's next? Camos. Okay, so the camo grind in particular in this game was not as terrible as Modern Warfare 2019, because, you know, you had to level up guns to like level 70 to unlock every single camo in Modern Warfare 2019. The camo challenges were fine enough, I guess. There were some that were kind of annoying, like the get 3 kills without dying. For some reason, everyone was bloody, like, you know, super duper skilled when it came to, you know, trying to get that 3rd kill in those challenges. Other times, it was a breeze. I also just want to quickly say this. I was, after Modern Warfare 2019 and how much I liked Modern Warfare 2019, I was going to go for the Orion Mastery camo in Modern Warfare 2, but then it just came to a point where I just didn't care, and I got 46 gold camos, and I got 4 platinum camos, and it came to that point where I was like, that's it, I'm done. I think I've had enough of the camo grind. That's where it ended for me when it came to grinding camos. Am I going to try and grind for the Master camos in Modern Warfare 3? Probably not, considering that I don't really particularly like it as much as of this time. Anyways, that about wraps up my thoughts on the multiplayer. And I'd say that multiplayer throughout the year was a solid 7 out of 10. People would probably argue on that, being like, oh, that's bullshit, how is it so high up? It should be at least a 5 out of 10. It's like, yeah, I can understand where you're coming at, but I liked the multiplayer a bit more than people, except for something I forgot to mention, this, perks. The perk package system, it wasn't, you know, terrible, but I can see why people didn't like that much. Field upgrades, you know, Dead Science is a field upgrade, I really don't give a shit about that. That's, you know, it's whatever. But the perk packages were fine enough, I guess. I didn't mind them. What else? Like I said, yes, again, 7 out of 10. Oh yeah, grenades. Flash grenades were useless half the time. Sometimes I flash someone, it does nothing to them. Sometimes they throw flash grenades around the corner, it still hits me. I don't understand. But enough of that part. Next up, we'll go on to the co-op. So start off with Spec Ops. It was pretty different to Modern Warfare 2019, as in it wasn't garbage. The Spec Ops missions, I didn't play all of them. I played a few of them. I wish I got some footage of Spec Ops at the moment, but none of my friends really play Modern Warfare 2. That's kind of thing that sucks about the newer Call of Duty. None of my friends have it. But yeah, the Spec Ops missions were pretty fun enough. Like you had to track down like bombs and defuse them, or you had to survive like multiple rounds, and then they changed up that multiple round system with you know, your gun changes every 30 seconds, and I like those Spec Ops missions. They were fun, you know, a bit open-ended, you know, basically just used parts of the Warzone map, but no complaints from me. I thought they were fine enough. Next up was the raids. I only played 2 episodes of the raids. I want to finish all the raids, but I don't think I can get anyone on to play those raids. I thought they were honestly a pretty cool addition, you know, a bit more coordination, a bit more team-based, you know, work in this mode. I liked the first 2 raids. Really good time. Really good with your friends. It's kind of like the Destiny 2 raids, but we won't go too much into Destiny 2. So I'd say that again for co-op this year with the Spec Ops and the raids, I'd say it's a solid 7 out of 10 as well. I enjoyed it. Finally, let's get to the final portions of Modern Warfare 2, and that is Warzone. I didn't play much of Warzone this year, because I really don't care for Battle Royales that much, except for most recently Fortnite, because they brought back the original map. But Warzone, you were set on the map MWIII, then they later introduced Model, and like I said, I just didn't care for Warzone this year. I wasn't one of those people that's going, like, I need to see the meta loadouts. But I only played like a few matches of Warzone, and that was it. I didn't even play it during the Haunting event, which I honestly kind of regret. I wanted to probably check out the Zombie Royale mode, because I remember it being pretty fun in Modern Warfare 2019, but that's my take on the Warzone mode. And then, of course, we got the next part of the mode, which is the DMZ mode, which was Activision's response to Escape from Tarkon. So basically, you drop into MWIII. You've got contracts that you can play with certain factions, like, for example, the one I was mostly factioned with, White Lotus. Complete these objectives, you rank up your ranking with this faction. You can run up against other players and whatnot, they can kill you. You want to get it, it's up to you what you want to do. If you died, you lost all the things that you earned in that round, unless you extracted out on a helicopter. So there was some suspense in DMZ. So again, it's just like Tarkov, you know, you get killed, you lose almost everything unless your weapons are insured. So yeah, DMZ wasn't terrible. I will go on about this. That is a pretty neat system that they had in Warzone DMZ. That was proximity chat. So if you were in the game chat, you could actually hear other players if they were close by, and you could be sneaky up them, or you could just go all out being like, "Oi, come here, fuckhead." So yeah, that was a pretty neat addition. But overall, my rating, since it sounds dumb again, my rating for Warzone DMZ is 8.5 out of 10. It's just what it was average. Again, I didn't get much playtime in those modes, but I like the bones particular for DMZ, and I hope they evolve it further in the future, which I guess they kind of are with MWIII, which I'll discuss in a second. But that's everything about Modern Warfare 2. If I were to give a final rating for Modern Warfare 2 throughout the year, I'd say it's an 8 out of 10. It's not a perfect Call of Duty, far from it. Like I said, the campaign's not perfect, but I just fine with the campaign. I enjoyed the multiplayer for what it was. The Battle Pass system has to change up, honestly. And the co-op was a good time as well. The Warzone DMZ, didn't really care for it that much. DMZ did actually pique my interest when they announced it. I did enjoy it, like, you know, a fair few hours. I did play it quite a few times with some mates, but yeah, wasn't really into it after a while. Yeah, as I said again, Modern Warfare 2 is an 8 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it throughout the year. I liked Modern Warfare 2. If you didn't like it, I understand. There were a lot of people that didn't like Modern Warfare 2, but there was a huge amount of people that still enjoy it and be like, where are you getting this at? Like, what are you talking about? This game is fun. I forgot to mention time to kill multiplayer. It's insanely quick, that's all I'll say. But yeah, 8 out of 10. I've said this too many times. Now I'll just quickly go on a rant about Modern Warfare 3. So I don't know if I'm going to do a veteran playthrough for Modern Warfare 3, because that's stupid open combat missions. They're not particularly stupid, they're fine. But I will say, if you're sticking around, which I would appreciate you do, thanks for watching this video. Just stay tuned for the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. But I'm honestly just going to say, I already know what happens in the Modern Warfare 3 campaign, and probably most of you watching this video also know what's going to happen in the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. But I'm going to play it regardless, so I hope you all tune in for that. That's going to wrap this video up about my thoughts on Modern Warfare 2. So thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like. If you agreed with my thoughts, feel free to leave a like on that as well. While you're at it, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit that notification bell and set it to all so you're notified when I release a new upload. Well, that's all from me. See you next time.